Okay, y'all. This episode right now, I don't know what it is. We can call it an episode. We can call it just an update. I don't know. If I sound so flustered, it's because I literally just witnessed a miracle, and I need to capture it. And I just want to voice over that this is a companion piece, a follow up, if you will, to an episode that I've just released called "Do Not Listen to This. Nothing of importance here. Listen if you're dead." So that's a very ironic title. Everyone should listen to that episode. Everyone. But regardless, what happened here, y'all, is a direct follow-up, an unbelievable miracle that happened that's related to that episode. So if you haven't listened to that episode, please listen to it. I'm going to put the link in the description, and I'll put a banner up at the top of the video or whatever. Just listen to that before you listen to this. It's not going to be as impactful, but here we go. Let's just jump in. Here we go. Okay, everybody. I don't know. I don't have all my stuff set up properly yet or whatever. I don't even have my headphones plugged in. I don't care. I've been talking about I need to not plug headphones in. The past 2 episodes that I've recorded has anyways, I need to get to the point, y'all. Something just out of this world amazing just happened. Like out of this world amazing. And I'm honestly trying to keep it together. I'll try my best to keep it together while I say these words. I released the video of this amazing encounter I had with Jesus Christ 2 days ago, and I didn't honestly think that it would go over well with people. People hear the name Jesus Christ, and they it's a polarizing concept, y'all. In a world dominated by death, it's a polarizing concept. I get up this morning and I'm making some coffee, and I want to I don't know, I want to hear some of the yes, y'all, I listen to my own episodes. I want to reinforce what I learned and relive the magic, honestly. It's one of the biggest reasons why I do this podcast to begin with, is I want to remember the miracle and never let it die. I was listening to the episode, and I was responding to a comment by, I'm going to call you a friend, man. I'm going to call you a good friend, Ancient Gear. Love this guy. Love him, y'all. I can always count on him to suss out the weak points in my experiences or my takeaways or anything like that. God bless you, man. You are awesome. We need people, y'all, to keep us strong, and respectful people. This guy has been nothing but respectful. This is exactly how discourse should be, y'all. How this guy approaches it. He hasn't said one bad word. He hasn't leveled one accusation or one anything. Like pure Aristotelian, Socratean discourse. But I'm responding to him to these very deep questions about Jesus and people being brought into the fold and such. And he honestly, he's worried. You can pick up on some worry, and it's perfectly natural. Anyone should be worried about this, y'all. The stakes could not be any higher than life, death, salvation. I'm going to not say the word damnation, y'all, because I'm still undecided on that. To me, for the latest thing that I've seen is that damnation is not for us. It is not for human beings. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, Joseph Stalin, y'all, was part of my heaven experience, ladies and gentlemen. Right as I'm responding to this man's comment, and listening to some more of my episode, Reliving the Miracle of Jesus Christ. Arguably my best friend. I have a lot of friends who are very dear to me. This person, y'all, is he's in the top of the top, man. In the top of the top. He's been there for me. I've told him things I've never told anyone before in my entire life. This man has seen me break down in public, a full-on emotional breakdown in public when I was going through my separation and divorce, y'all. And by the way, I've made peace with my ex-wife, so no one get all up in arms like, how dare you hurt Andrew? Well, I hurt her too, and we forgave each other, and it was beautiful. But this man has seen me at my lowest of lows. I love this guy. Love him. And he's helped me in my lowest of lows. So it's one thing to see me in my lowest of lows. It's another thing to help me. This guy helped me. He bent over backwards, y'all. I love him. At 8:05 a.m. this morning, right in the midst of me responding to this comment, listening to this episode about Jesus Christ and all this other stuff, y'all, the man sends me a song. We always send each other music that we find to be amazing and or beautiful and or awesome and or whatever. And we send each other Apple Music links. He sends me a song called Ven hacia mí. That's Spanish. It means come unto me. And the name of the band, y'all, is the Mavericks. Now, I don't know if you remember a few episodes back, I did an episode called God Domesticates Us Like Horses. It's either that or God Trains Us Like Horses. I don't remember what. But regardless, go find that video, watch it. It's this beautiful, absolutely beautiful metaphor of correlating God's relationship to us and our relationship to horses. Yeah, a human has a higher calling that a horse would never be able to understand, because horses are they're smart animals, but they're dumb compared to us. Let's just admit that. A horse left to its own devices is going to be a wild animal just aimlessly roaming. And a human with a higher purpose comes along and gives this horse a higher purpose and sets it to work. And the exchange is that the human will not let anything bad happen to this horse ever. But in the process of training a wild horse to get them to fall in line with the human and and the human's will, it needs an example horse to calm it down. As a horse to be an example of, hey, this is what a fully integrated horse is like, and he's one of you. Follow him and be with God. It's that simple. Do God's work by looking at this horse as the example. For those of you who haven't listened to that episode, do you want to know what the horse's name was? The horse's name was Maverick. It's hard for me to get these words out, y'all, because this is so scary for me. I don't know what's going on. I have never had serendipities and synchronicities this deep and profound before. And I'm trying to freaking unlock my phone. Sorry, I'm a little frustrated because every time I have my face in this giant microphone, and my face doesn't recognize the face recognition on my phone. The song is called Ven hacia mí, Come Unto Me. That's the translation in English. And it's a song by a band called The Mavericks, y'all. The name of the horse was Maverick. The name of this band is the Mavericks. We're not done. I'm going to read you the lyrics to the song Ven hacia mí right now. Okay, full lyrics. Translate to English. Here we go. If your world only hurts you, and many times you find yourself alone, and there's no one to accompany you, I will be there for you in the hours of your loneliness. I will be with you for eternity. I am a star in the dark, and always until the end. There is nothing that anyone can say that makes me change my mind. Here I am, and I will stay. To ignore you again, and no matter what will happen, to fight one more day, and more and more and more and more, more and more, more and more. Come to me, oh yeah. Come to me, oh no. Come to me, oh yeah. Come to me. There is nothing that anyone can say that makes me change my mind. Here I am, and I will stay to ignore you again. I don't know what the ignore you again part means, y'all. I'm going to have to reread these lyrics. But this is a miracle. That's one sentence out of the entire piece. I need to go investigate more. There is that one sentence. That kind of freaks me out a little bit, maybe. To ignore you again. My wife speaks Spanish. I'm going to go ask her. Maybe there's some cultural, idiomatic mistranslation, lost in translation kind of things. It's like, maybe it's like, oh, that phrase doesn't really mean to ignore you. We're going to go find out. I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to ask my wife. Here we go. Okay, I figured it out. I went and talked to her. We got the translations that are needed. We got the cultural significance and all this other stuff. Any idiomatic kind of things. Any cultural winks. Like, hey, that's not exactly what that phrase means. It actually means this. Y'all, it means what it means. I read it. I read the lyrics to her in Spanish over and over, and I'm like, is there some kind of like hidden meaning here in Spanish? And it's like, no. The sentence is what it is, y'all. Let me just read it again. It's, come to me. There's nothing that anyone can say that makes me change my mind. Here I am, and I will stay to ignore you again. And no matter what will happen, to fight one more day, and more and more and more. Y'all, why would the person writing that song write that? It makes no sense. All this beautiful stuff. And then he throws in the sentence to ignore you again. Or the sentence fragment to ignore you again. Why would he do that? Y'all, this is a personal wink from Jesus to me. Because you know what was the number one ultimate driving force in that whole experience that happened the other day? The single most powerful moment, y'all, that made me get up off of my ass and do something about my situation and go take up my cross and help people for real and talk to them for real. The single most impactful moment that made that solidified that in the moment, y'all, and precipitated that in the moment. The single most thing on that trip was the homeless people ignoring me, realizing that I was still reeking of death, and knowing that if I want to be part of the solution, again, let me make this very clear. Jesus will forgive all, and all will be in his kingdom But if you want to be a soldier in his elite commando unit, and you're like, I want to be part of this solution, I want to be an elite commando on the front lines, bringing people into the kingdom, helping you do that, you cannot approach him reeking of death. Again, even if you do, he will still forgive you. You're just not going to be in that elite unit. You'll be in the back pushing papers around on a desk, maybe. An army has every kind of profession in it, every kind of skill set, y'all. They're all needed. But if you want to be the heroes, the Navy SEALs, the Delta Force guys, that everyone, they all make a difference, y'all. But the ones that are doing the hard work, the Mavericks, y'all, you can't approach him reeking of death. And that's why those people ignored me. And that's why the line in this song, completely out of place, to ignore you again. It's almost like a little joke from Jesus to me, saying like, hey, I know that got you motivated. I know that lit the fire under you. I'll ignore you again so that it lights another fire and pushes you further. I'm here to ignore you again. If you need that from me, that is what you'll get. And I needed it. And that's what I got. Y'all, I'm so sick and tired of laying out miracle after miracle after miracle and people just not understanding. This is next level synchronicity, y'all. Next level stuff. Could it all still be happenstance and probability? You bet I'm trying not to cuss, y'all. You bet your butt that it could be that, y'all. But what if it's both? What if synchronicity and probabilistic happenstance are slightly askew symmetrical representations of the exact same thing that are only different in this physical existence, but if you rise up several dimensions into a higher plane of existence, they're the same thing. They just express themselves down here differently. What if the same thing can be said about free will and predeterminism, which is where, free will and predeterminism, in my opinion, triangulate and collide in synchronicities. Rattle that around in your head for a little bit, y'all. I got to do a software training. I got to interrupt this miracle so that I can get trained up on some software because I need to make money. Desperately need to make money. Unbelievable, y'all. Absolutely unfreaking believable. If this doesn't shake you around a little bit and say like, hey, this synchronicity, there's something going on here. If it doesn't do that even to the tiniest bit, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Unsubscribe. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's wrathful kind of stuff. I need to be thinking just, I don't know, tell me how much of a piece of crap I am in the comments and we'll talk. God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. We should all love each other. We should all forgive each other. Everything would be just great. Everything is great, y'all. Everything's going to work out. You'll see. Everything's going to work out. Love is going to win. Love is going to win. Bye-bye now.